Okay, there we go. Finally, we can start being more wizards. Okay, so last time, I'll just goof around while I wait for the chat to show up. And I'll try the pop-out chat, because it looks like the chat's not working. I guess I can throw in one of these. Nope, it's working. It's just nobody's here. That's fine. The normal ADOM crowd might not be around at this time of night. Okay, so last time we worshipped the lawful gods of rats and saved Kelavaster, the wounded wizard. Notably is, I didn't mention it last time, even though our crowning gift was kind of bad, we got Brinelbin's Cloak of Defense. I did make note that the immunity we got from being crowned a champion of law was actually the one I wanted. I got the acid immunity from it. So currently we are immune to fire, acid, and lightning right now, and those are the best immunities to have. So Thanquol is a very resistant monster himself. And one thing I wanted to do was train up daggers. Our Eternium dagger is a fine weapon, and I want to be okay at daggers from... I'll eat that. From, so we can use our phase dagger we have more effectively. And right now we are not going to super effectively be able to make use of training up our mana stat, because our mana is at maximum, while we can get use out of training up our weapon skills. So even though we are a wizard, we are desirous. That didn't probably need that wand. Gravity sucks. What does this one mean? Oh, it makes all the monsters on the level hostile towards you if you wait on it. Well, I don't need that. Yeah, I got over randomly seeing what each statue did a while back, when there's one that just dooms you if you aren't doomed. Okay. So our weapon skill for dagger should be okay. Yeah, basic. Because of the Golden Gladius training we partook in. Ooh, a Puel! Probably not a great reason to... Oh. These are mimics. Yes. And mimics we do not screw around with. So what's my... We are a frost wizard. So, in we go. Working up the effectiveness of our frost spell. Whenever you see a room full of items like that and there is not a shopkeeper, you know that there are mimics there. So mimics can paralyze you. Ah, not a lot of treasure. We just got a vibrating ring. I guess we're going down. You don't have a ton of reasons to drink from that pool right now. So, we'll just continue on downward. Ah, here we go. We are in the... This is the graveyard. Oops. What's my next best bolt spell? Lightning bolt isn't. Firebolt really isn't. Is it magic missile? No, it's not. I'm actually kind of low on bolt spells. So I'll just use Firebolt, because it's the most effective here. So we're in the graveyard. That's a Staff of Levitation, if my eyes are correct. How much holy water do I have? Enough that I should bless my boomerang, so that it does more crit damage to the undead and to demons. It's by far our strongest weapon, so it's not one I mind using. Training it up. Okay, here's a ghost. I've been a little skittish around ghosts. I don't know if wraiths can aid you. Okay, I didn't catch the boomerang that time. Let's release a firebolt. Yeah, I've been a little skittish around ghosts because I usually play. Does the ratling have a shorter lifespan? Yes. Ratlings start out younger than humans. We're 16 years old, but die at roughly the same age. So if you get aged to 80 or 90 years old, there is a chance you will just die of old age. So ghosts, another undead that have aging attacks, are to be engaged from a distance if possible. I'm used to playing elves or dwarfs, which are almost immune to such attacks due to their extremely long lifespans. But our boomerang does not care. Our boomerang pierces the flesh of zombie and ghost alike. Although I guess it doesn't pierce the flesh of ghosts. They don't have flesh. These ghouls and ghouls have flesh, though. Also, hello, QB. You're the only one enjoying rats at this given hour. I'm guessing that the roguelike crowd isn't around for the late nights. I don't want to make this a common situation. Potential learning, I think our learning is very high, so that's not so important. We really want potions of potential mana. There's an adamantium shield. We are done regaining my powers after my mistakes. We are bereft of mistakes at the current moment. It's not the exactly correct usages of any of those words, but they're close enough to be good. Werewolf. And now we're going to have the noise of the angry room noise as we fight all these monsters. Try to hurt the Lich every time you see him. Oh, this is a ghost. I shouldn't fuck around. Huh, scale mail, huh? I guess I'm burdened now. Now let's fire our fireballs into the room. There we go. So at the moment we're just making progress into the game because we've sort of recovered from some of our more ghastly mistakes. And this is a guaranteed floor. The graveyard always works the same. There's a corpse there of some variety. A zombie corpse, don't care. I don't think we can make use of any corpses. Yeah, where toughness is maxed out. Certain undead corpses will, certain undead corpses will raise your toughness. I didn't want to pick up tiny corals. Those are worthless. Actually, at this juncture, I should throw a fireball. Or a firebolt. This exciting tension room music. Come on, ghosts. There you go. Up, dropped my boomerang. I have to say, the detect item status, even though I don't have it extremely high, I have it at 66, has been a very handy tool. Don't really want to fuck with vampires up close and personal either. They can drain your strength and toughness. Ooh, a book. A new book. Always excited to find new books. Take a look in a book. Bleeding Rainbow. Throwing boomerangs at skeletons. It's the wizarding way. Hello, Mastaza. We're making our ways deeper into the dungeons. What have I missed? Not much. We saved Kelavaster last stream, and I was remarking at the items and abilities we had gained from becoming a crowned prince of lawfulness. We have, due to our equipment, the armor we are wearing, the boomerang we are throwing, and the elemental immunity we attained from being crowned, we are now immune to the 3 most deadly damage types: fire, acid, and electricity. Yeah, we're not evil anymore. Last stream we became evil and then ceased being evil. There are more, oh. There are more... Actually, I can use this trap. There are lots of graves here we could dig up if I were so inclined. But since there's only really one item I'm looking for at the moment, and I don't want to resort to dangerous tactics yet, there's no immediate need to do so. Ooh, a rat. Yeah, and I have the ancient mumming wrappings, which will make us immune to cold, but cold immunity is much less important. Ooh, a knoll. Now that we've killed all the undead here, normal monsters have started spawning. So let's go deeper. You climb downwards. I'm hoping to find some bees soon. Let's drink that. Our knowledge of the Frostbolt spell increases. Wands and Potions of Wonder will teach you spells. So the reason I want to fight bees is that my beeswax was destroyed. Yeah. Ooh, an Eternium medium shield. Magic map. Ah, we got hooves! That's a mediocre, it's a kind of poor, corruption. I'll eat a silver wolf. Tasty. Our dexterity is quite high, so I'm not super sad about having it lowered in such a way. But we do hope to avoid such things. Let's see how good that Eternium shield is. I don't know, and I don't want to buck test it by wearing it at the moment. I need to find a place to read these books. I got a passel of books on me. And I'm pickpocketing every monster because the scroll of danger we are looking for can take a long time to find. And now that I'm good enough at and I'm pretty good at pickpocketing now, so it doesn't take forever to train. Ah, Scroll of Danger sounds like something I could make myself. I do not have a magic marker in this game. Ooh. Dwarven Chaos Knights. Those are all usually handy, because they drop Wands of Digging. Yep. That two-handed sword is probably worth a fair amount of money. Give me your fire giant. You're kind of tough. Okay. Let us magic lock the door. Drop all of our stuff. Pick up our books and do some reading. Except this Minotaur here decided to bust down the door. I'm satiated, so I don't need to. Magic lock the door again, and we shall read. Let's also drop this, yeah, my wand destroyed itself, okay. Summon monsters, fairly worthless. Now we can cast Knock to open the door that we locked ourselves. And be faced with a Troll King! Okie dokie. We're in the Elemental Water Temple. Don't think I shall be partaking of the temple at this juncture. Although the water orb could be useful, we're kind of relying on the cornucopia right now. And I don't want to go all the way back up the dwarf town with the snake from beyond. Although the snake from beyond, we could just eat it. We could eat the snake from beyond. I recall the snake from beyond giving you a small boost to dexterity and mana. And we do need mana kind of poorly, or kind of heavily. So, would it be worth corrupting ourselves? We have a lot of corruption removal. To eat the snake of beyond. Yeah, the game does make you want to eat lots of things. Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm gonna use up this last charge of this wand of digging. There we go. A lich! Boomerang! Oh, I dropped my boomerang. So this is the water temple. Wasn't that long ago that we were here with Bonk. I dropped my boomerang. That is one bad thing, is we are going to be dropping our boomerangs more often due to our lowered dexterity. Also, before I partake of this challenge, I should go over here, go up, and drop every scroll I am carrying, so that they are not destroyed by the water elementals. Ooh, it says either a ring of invisibility, which we do not need, or a ring of cold resistance, which we do not need. So I don't know why I said ooh. Rings of invisibility are often extremely useful, but I can turn invisible on whim already. Okay. Ooh, Black Dragon Scale Mail. That's not entirely useless, but it's also not entirely useful, but it could just be powerful armor. It'll also be worth a lot of money. So we've been doing mostly boomerang skills today. I'm using a dagger so that our phase dagger is more powerful. But the boomerang is the most powerful thing we have, I think. Having an excellent pre-crowning gift kind of makes up for the fact that our crowning gift was not so useful. Can't teleport on this level. Right. How much overweight am I? 1,000,000 billion. Okay. Can't teleport on temple levels. Alright, come here, children. Let's go over here. Pick up the Sword of Nanak. Which is a okay weapon. Because I want to try out Ice Ball on these fools. It seems to work okay. But we have a lot of Fireball, right? Yeah, here we go. Hey, idiots, guess what? I am the Lord of Hellfire! I bring you fire. Actually, it doesn't seem that good against the snake from beyond. What about magic missile? Oh, I get the double hit without bouncing myself? That's great. Hi, QB. Nothing immediate is happening on. We're fighting the snake from beyond. And we're going to eat it. So I have the elemental orb of water and a snake from beyond corpse, which I think I'm going to bless and then eat. So I must make egress. We shall pick up all our stuff. Throw boomerangs at demons. And now we'll see how worthwhile eating the snake is. I've never eaten the snake on camera before. So we have 31 dexterity and 27 mana. Let's try eating the snake. And we got some of the worst corruptions imaginable. We got poison hands and living mana battery. Do I have any thick gauntlets? But it indeed increased our mana and dexterity, so I'm going to call that a win. Hello, Blink Dog. Do I have any thick gauntlets? I do. Okay, so now we won't ruin our... Okay. Whew. I'm glad that I picked up everything and then ate the snake. We're passing the fire sales, or passing the savings onto you with our fire. Wow. Just give you a fireball. Okay, let's go get our scrolls, because we desperately need it. Let's pick up our Eternium Dagger, because we were still interested in training up our dagger skills. Alright. Now we shall read a Scroll of Corruption Removal. So we're no longer a mana battery and no longer have feet transformed into hooves. And I'm still going to drink that Potion of Cure Corruption. Yeah, see, we still had poison hands a bit. So now we just have we're probably not going to get... Oh, I also forgot to do something important there, but it didn't seem to have backfired. I should have worn a blessed amulet of balance before eating that corpse, because eating a chaotic corpse is a chaotic act. You feel excited. Wow. I just can't hide it. So this is some kind of construct room. When you feel excited, it means it's a vault on the level, and vaults tend to have a lot of specific kind of monsters. So yeah, we had flesh golems, and we've got stone golems, and clay golems. We're at the Golems Discount Warehouse. These kinds of enemies are why I wanted to train up daggers. Because we have a phase dagger in our inventory. Which is a... Ooh, push to gain attributes. A phase dagger will pierce the defenses of enemies. More fireball. Alright. Let's go ahead and give our phase dagger some work. Yeah, against this iron golem here, See, you hit the iron golem, easily cutting through its armor with the uncursed phase dagger and moderately damage it. Mostly stone golems in there, though, which we do not need. Let's go back to the Eternium dagger, because it'll do more damage. Of course, we are not a warrior, so... Our strength is pretty high, though, so... Okay, we improve our daggers to level 5. Skilled. That's probably good enough. We'll see what I am after all of this. Oh, we got bees on this level. That's good. I was hoping for bees. Pickaxes do slay. They're slaying weapons against, stone statues, stone golems, and earth elementals. Okay. What do I want here? I think stealth. And climb. I'm gonna have to train up climbing. Okay. Chopping up these golems. What was this? Copper bracers? Could be anything. New scroll. Plate mail. Lots of rocks. Ooh, here's a useless item. The thin dagger. Let's show off the thin dagger. Not shin, but thin. Oh. It is a dagger of returning. So daggers of returning are... Oh, we got more. How's our daggers coming to? Okay. Yeah, the thin daggers are daggers of returning, which are basically bad boomerangs. More bees. So bees are good because a fire trap a long time ago destroyed the... I'm untrustful of all of these mundane items I've been finding. Yeah, but a fire trap destroyed the only beeswax I had, and beeswax is fairly important. I said earlier that I would not pick up Spellbooks of Darkness anymore. Finding lots of potential beauty potions. Let's lock these bees up for now. I'll deal with you guys later. Oh, hello, Andy. I should have minded my beeswax, you're correct. Then I would have some. Instead of lacking some right now. Ah, here's a Hydra. With a wizard, with a healing book. Chopping up these monsters with my wizardly knife. I use my wizard knife to take your wizard life. Brass knuckles, a rare item. Teleportation book. At this point, not super useful. But always appreciated. Teleport is the single most useful spell, and thus not to be shunned. Yeah, you transformed him into a mangled heap. Knock on the door. It's a rust monster. Let's engage that from afar. Throw our wizard boomerang at it. Lightning lizard. Let's use our orcish spear of hunting. Okay. Did not get a corpse drop, so back to the dagger. Do not own anything of value. Well, isn't that nice? Thinking we have obtained much of... There's a ring here of fire resistance, sure. Now let's go take care of the bees. What's that wand over there? Oh, it's the thin dagger. Okay. Cannot pickpocket the... Oh, the, guy there. Okay. Bees. Bees are funny. They will eventually start attacking each other. But the bees can't hurt us because our armor is so hefty. Okay. Beeswax, Jelly Royale. Brass Amulet. Potions of Water. A Tambourine. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop an Identify Potion. Or Scroll. And see what we should drop. Helm of Water Breathing is worth keeping. That Mithril Chainmail is not going to be worth a lot of money. Neither is the Crystal Plate Mail. That medium shield won't be either. Neither will that medium or large crystal shield. Gloves, don't care. White leather gauntlets, do not care. I'll keep the Dragonhide gauntlets. Just to have a pair of gauntlets to wear. I should have stashed those extra 7 League boots somewhere. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. I don't need 2 amulets of petrification resistance. Probably never going to wear bracers of protection. You're not worth anything. You're not worth anything. The Ashen Broadsword actually will be worth something. Ooh, a Staff of Purification. Oh, that is very useful. That's an item that's worth wishing for, even. We just have one. I have a lot of ammunition I should sort through. The Black Earthling Quarrels are not worth keeping. It does remove corruption. That is the purpose of it. We have a lot of C's. A lot of rings. Nothing... Ring of the Clear Mind is a useful ring, but not as good as a Ring of Mental Stability. But I'm glad to have one. Nothing... We got a Wand of Paralyzation, which can be useful. Ultra Healing Potions, always nice. We have some potential potions we should drink, and a potion of toughness, and a potion of gain attributes, and a potion of training. Don't need Strange Message anymore. Fairly good spell books. I should drop some of these herbs I'm never going to use, such as you. Okay. Let us drop everything. Pick up our books. Go over here and lock the door. And begin reading our books. Cure critical wounds is a useful spell. Okay. You have any food in here I can eat? Yeah, I'll eat that large ration. Okay. So you have a truly massive amount of teleport castings, and a lot of fireball castings, which is more useful. Considering, I believe, using the orb of water and the... Using the orb of water and using the Sword of Nanak, we can make our ball spells quite big. Just go ahead and probably just blow that potion of gain attributes right now. I can wait a little bit longer for this level. So the only use you find for the uncursed lump of beeswax is to plug your ears with it. Just like Odysseus. Well, not like Odysseus. Explicitly not like Odysseus. Okay. Just going to quickly find out. Okay. Blessing a lightning lizard corpse and eating it has a small chance of giving you lightning immunity, which I would be happy to have. Stone giant corpse we can eat. So this is the... This is the Banshee's room. And there she is, right there. I want to try something. Okay. Do I have to have it in my tool slot, or do I have to give it to her? Okay. Well, I'm punching her to death. A dwarf corpse. Ooh, an Ankeg corpse. Are we acid resistant? I mean, I imagine we have to be at this point. So, let's... We clean our ears. So, the wax keeps the Banshee's Shriek from destroying you. I don't have any Stoma Septia. Interesting. Corpses on this level never go away. Okay, so we got a point of strength out of that giant corpse. The corpses on this level can be a treasure in and of themselves. Because you can find stat boosting. Okay, quickly check. I don't see any... sort of knack. Ice ball. I think I can use... I'll use ice ball here in case that guy's standing on useful treasure. Well, I destroyed a ring. Let's go over here. Careful not to use too much spells so I don't murder any cats. Okay. A trident. It's getting about time that we should go do the quest for the dragon. So we lost a spell book and a ring there. Oh no, a blink dog. Let's... There I am. Killed that blink dog with a amulet of balance on so that our alignment would not be shifted as much. Don't care about dire wolf, I say, in general, actually. Because Artifact is coming out, and everybody hates its monetization model, and rightfully so. It's a terrible, model. Everybody immediately goes and says, oh, play Eternal instead. And I don't exactly understand that. Eternal doesn't have an exceptional monetization model. Also, I don't think Eternal is a very good game anymore. It got too Yu-Gi-Oh for me, where cards are little mountains of text. Okay, so we want this lightning lizard corpse. Hill giant corpse. I don't think any of these other corpses do anything for us. You don't do anything, actually. I don't know why I picked it up. I saw some troll corpses I want. Like you. Oh, no, you don't. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. Eat the lightning lizard. Eat this troll corpse. Eat stone giant. And now we are going to become invisible for a while, and wait. Alright. Lots of monsters over here. Eat another giant corpse. Okay, not losing our satiation. Okay. So I got all the stuff from the corpses I wanted here. So we got 1 point of strength for our troubles down here. Just some corruption removal just sitting down there. Okay. You could have a good corpse. But you didn't. I don't know. I don't doubt that Artifact is probably a bad game to play, and is of poorly monetarily just made. Oh, and now, of course, the giant slug gives a corpse, now that I'm already immune to acid. I don't doubt that one bit. And darkness here. What a weird little inclusion here. But you play Hearthstone, QB. Don't Hearthstone players love spending a million years on games? Isn't that why they print cards that reduce your health to 1 and then give you that much armor? It's hot in here. Ugh. Piss! It's so hot in here! Turn off my little heating thing. Okay, let's continue going down, but I don't know where to go, so I have to wait. That wolf just appeared out of nowhere. I don't think Ogre Lords can give you strength. You feel excited. Okay, there's another thing on this level. Okay. So we're looking for a specific level. Eventually we're going to be forced backwards. Strength of Atlas is a wonderful spell. I'm glad to have found it. There's going to be multiple things that keep us from proceeding any farther. One of them is going to be the Wall of Flame. Here's a magical writing set, which is a fairly wonderful thing to find. Lots of good treasure on this level. The other is going to be the ancient, Alright. The other one is going to be the Eternal Guardian. Okay, I think we can stop using daggers now. Because we've gotten about as high up on daggers as we can. The Adamantium Broadsword of Mayhem is my strongest weapon, but I'm going to keep using the Eternium Longsword of Defense for a while. Because you get better defense when you go into Coward when you use. Oh, Potion of Stun Recovery! Nice! It's an item that does nothing. Let's put on the Sword of Nanak. Everybody come here! Get a nice good surround on me. Although they're not letting me. Okay, now they will. There we go. A hymn. Over here, darlings. And we can clean up with sword. Okay. So we destroyed all of this garbage. To me, beautiful little ones. Come to me. Come to Thanquil. I'm only going to get that many, huh? I don't trust like those. And this halberd looks weird. I'm going to pick it up. That halberd looks so weird I'm going to identify it. You define the uncursed halberd as the rune-covered halberd Oryx Guard. That's what I thought. So it's not a very useful weapon at all. But I'm glad I can identify a artifact when I see one. Is that all of the barbarians we have to fight? It appears so. Okay. My nose is very runny tonight, so I keep making gross noises. I could start training up axes with that axe. I'm going to identify it so that it does not curse lock my hand. Oh, it doesn't say if it's cursed or not. Okay. Well, start training up our axe skill, because it's the only weapon skill we have that we have not trained at this point. Okay. Learn our spells. Strength of Atlas is a very useful spell. And it does this. Feel like Atlas himself. So now we are no longer overloaded. More bees, eh? Actually, I wonder. I don't wonder. Bees are nice because they are excellent enemies to train my axe skills on, due to being not very threatening and many, and having a lot of them. There's not a lot of good weapons that are axes, but there are more than... There's one or two artifact weapons we could find that would make training up our axe skill reasonable. Just chopping up bees with an axe. You know what? It'd be really hard to hit a bee with an axe. I suppose these are probably giant bees, but... almost done, I say, having no real frame of reference for how many bees can be left in the hive. Had to blow my nose. How many more bees can there be? We're strong enough and the bees are weak enough that I actually I can kill them in a kick sometimes. Okay, we're done with the bees. I'm just going to hold buttons and murder them. Okay. I think our axe adventure is over. We are proficient with axes. Let's roll with this adamantium sort of mayhem for a while. Okay, these potions of carrot juice are worthless. I actually don't know if that's true. Okay, we can make potions of blindness out of potions of carrot juice. Wax is also pretty worthless at this point, so I don't know why I picked it up. We're not going to find any more banshees, so the use of wax is now over. There's a pool on this level, though. Here's what I'll say. If you're interested in card games, don't play Artifact. Don't even play Eternal or Magic the Gathering Arena or Hearthstone. Play Slay the Spire. It's not multiplayer, but screw people. It's better than multiplayer. It's single player. I should stream some Slay the Spire at some point. Shadow Troll. You know, here's one thing I've never done before on stream. I've still got the Ring of Ice on. Let's combine one Cursed Spinchweed with one Cursed Spinchweed. Oh, there's a Chivo for this. Yeah, the mixture starts to warm up. You are engulfed in a huge explosion. Yeah, if you do alchemy, and the alchemy is not a recipe, it causes an explosion, which is actually fairly useful if you are immune or resistant to fire, which we happen to be. I just killed a hobgoblin without realizing what it was, which could have been really dangerous if that was a cat. I'd be really sad. Oh, we're hungry, are we? Well, there's one thing we should do. Is we should bless our Staff of Purification. And we should zap it. We no longer have hooves. Where's the pool at? There's a pool on this level, but we never found it. Is it over here? See how we took some weed and mashed it together and it caused an explosion. Okay, Boomerang did not return, but it's fine. Okay, here's our pool, but oh, let's look at our potions. We should bless and drink. Should definitely do that to the Potion of Toughness. Do I want to do that to the Potion of Potential Beauty, or do I just want to drink those? Our appearance is low. So the Potion of Training. We're running low on holy water. Okay, let us drink of some potion. First, we drink the Potion of Training. We meditate on the Tactics skill. That's excellent. Tactics is hard to otherwise raise. Although the training just exercises it. We shall drink the Potion of Gain Attributes. Jack up all of our stats. Now we can only increase our appearance and perception through normal training. We shall drink I'll just go ahead and drink our potential beauty potions as is. So now our learning can go up quite a bit. One thing I want to do is we'll identify some magic items. So where's my identify at? There. The blood red potion. Potion of dexterity. Okay. Thin potion is a potion of education. Okay. I have some water in the tank, so I probably should. Oh, was that potential dexterity? Okay. I'm not going to waste a holy water on that when our dexterity is 36. So we'll just sippy it. Let's bless and drink that potion of education. We know about ventriloquism. We know a lot more about it, though. We already knew about ventriloquism. That's not so useful. And now we drink our potion of toughness, which shall bloat us. So we have some mighty stats. I decided to do that then because we had gotten hungry, and I knew that the potion of toughness we had would bloat us. I believe that here... Oh, excellent. Hold on a second. Okay, and our strength is maximum. Yep, I've been muted this while. I've muted myself to, Thank you, TK Cat. I wouldn't... The whole rest of the video would have been uncommentated if not for that. And I would be forced to probably do it myself after the stream and put it on YouTube. Yep, the sneeze button got me. It was relaxing to watch uncommentated, It's like a long play of ADOM. Yeah. So, we got a special... Okay, I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. We got a special message for... trying to go up the wall of flames because we were immune to fire. And now we have to leave. And for once I have so many teleport castings, I do not mind at all using teleport to go to and fro. The teleport is a little gratuitous, but not completely worthless. It reduces the overall time we're in the dungeon, and thus means we're going to get less corrupted than if not. Yeah, bought out all your water. I'll buy your training. And troll blood. And raw mana. Ah, monsters. Okay. Let's drink our new potions. Our potion of training. Train our first aid. Troll blood. And make our mana go faster. Ooh, an invisible stalker. We can see invisible, so it's not so invisible. Okay, we're back to Dwarf Town. Is there anything I want to do here other than sell stuff? I do want to sell stuff. Let's pop one of these. And begin the selling. We can sell one of these. We can sell you. And you. Animating Ringmail of Power is actually not terrible, but we don't want that. Don't want any of these shields. I keep picking up these amulets of the cold heart. They're basically worthless. Don't really need the Eternium dagger anymore, because I got what I wanted out of it. I have no idea what weeping does as a weapon adjective. That Eternium broadsword will be worth some money. Could train up spears with that Eternium spear, but we already have trained up spears. I'm half tempted just to sell this, the RX Guard. I always find this stupid thing and I never use it. If I was a barbarian, it would probably be fine, but... that shortbow is surprisingly good. I don't even want to sell that, I don't think. I'll probably just uncurse it. Okay. We'll come back to our munitions issue. Sell but all but one C's. It's about time for the C's to stop, for us to shut those away. That magical riding set is probably worth just using right away. We have a potion of exchange, so all rings are useful. Ring of Regeneration is actually a fine ring too. I like that. Sell this garbage. No, we could find more. Gold detection, don't care. Can sell these wands of light and wands of cold. Wands of fire. Wand of magic missile. I have a feeling I'm going to run Waldenbrook out of money. Digging and far slaying are like usually the only ones worth keeping. I have a wand of death. Nice. Wands, I guess, could be usable in areas of Magebane Eyes, but I'm just going to use Boomerang. I sell most of these. I guess I have... do I really need the wands of the potions of carrot juice? I'll sell the uncursed ones. I should definitely stash some of those corruption removal scrolls. I certainly don't need all of them. I've been spelling and pronouncing Stoma Semptia wrong this entire time. I never pronounced the M. I don't need Spenceweed. Or Morgia root, for that matter, at current time. Especially not cursed ones. These roaches don't need the cooked roaches. Alright, so this begins. Waldenbrook must not like ratlings, because he's giving us medium prices. I would say even low prices. Although he gave us a fair amount of money for that broadsword. Yeah, look how little money he gave for that Eternium Spear. That's crazy. But it doesn't exactly matter. Still haven't run him out of money. Okay. Oh, wow. Gigantic host from Jens. Big host from Jens. Hello, everybody. We're playing some Ancient Domains of Mystery. We were just about to leave the dungeon. The legend of Thankwol goes that we are going to take on the Tower of Eternal Flames. Because it is now time for us to do that. You just missed some inventory management. Although I did say I was just going to use that magical writing set and stash it as well as some of our scrolls of corruption removal. Which seems a fine thing to do. Yep, we're doing the first hard part of the game, I say. This game is fairly hard all around. Is there anything here I want in my little stash? I don't think so. Blank scrolls, maybe? Okay. I'm going to drop these and 2 of these. Then we're going to come over here. And we are going to use our magical writing set on our blank scroll to create a scroll of education. Our mana score is 45. It becomes 44. We'll bless it. We'll put on this Crown of Science. And let's self-educate ourselves. We learn a little bit more about pickpockets. Well, we know everything about pickpockets now. I feel like we could do some of that more. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so we've lost some more mana. I don't mind that at all, because losing it means we can begin training it again. Let's read our education. Hey! We won the lottery! We got Find Weakness as a skill. That means that Thankwol here is actually going to be rather effective in melee now. Okay. Was not expecting that at all. Well, let's go ahead and remove the curse on our hat and put on our Eternium hat. We'll leave the Crown of Science here, as well as our writing set. So thanks to our magic marker, we have Find Weakness as a skill. Yes, Find Weakness is the skill that determines your effectiveness at scoring critical hits. So having Find Weakness at all means that we now will be better at critical hits. So I'm feeling pretty good. Let's kill all these oozes. So magical writing sets cost certain amounts of mana, the stat, to use. But the act of using them also trains your mana. But I should still start using magic to just kill random enemies, so that will train our mana even more. Try to get your mana multiplier even higher. Especially since we have all these frost bolts we can be casting. We are an ice wizard. I think it'll still damage you, just not very much. Let's firebolt. I think this is the door we want. It's the door we want. Yes. Could also train it by teleporting around randomly. You, though, I might want the corpse of. K is the coffee. I'm going to check here for some more water from the potion cellar. Potion cellar, I demand your strongest water. You don't have any, though, you little whiny bugger. You have one. The oil might be useful, though. I shall take it. I'll take that. And that. Yeah. And we shall go here. And we are going to drop most of our potions. Most of our scrolls. I think all of our scrolls, actually. I'll bring my potions of ultra healing with me. And I do need to train climbing, so we will scale the mountains to get here. Am I wearing my ring of ice? I am. I want to wear the elemental gauntlets so that my rings will be protected. We have some quarrels of dragon slaying, and nothing of demon slaying, so we don't have a lot of slaying ammo here. Drag demon boom! This makes others makes other roguelikes look easy. I'm finding NetHack more challenging than this. Maybe just because I've had more practice with this, but yeah, ADOM is doesn't pull any punches. And here's why we're going to learn. We have fire immunity. If you need fire immunity or 3 sources of fire resistance. Because this is the Tower of Eternal Flames. This zone constantly damages your equipment with fire, and also constantly damages you with fire. The Ring of Ice we have is going to protect our equipment, but we are fortuitous to have that. We're also fortuitous to be ice wizards. We're up to level 23. Mind weakness. And climbing. And stealth. Let's try to max out stealth. Okay, stealth is max. Now we want to max out climbing. Those might seem like odd choices, but I assure you there's a reason. What all that stuff on the ground got destroyed. Firebolt, Warm Cloak, Metal Girdle, Sling. The Firebolt scroll, Frost and Firebolt scrolls are the most useful. I'll take that climbing set. Strange Metal Girdles are girdles of weight. Iron Shot Gauntlets. Those are gauntlets of strength. A longbow. Longbows are surprisingly rare in this game. What was that? Okay, just stuff on the ground. Good. Oh well, a neutral altar. That's fine. Okay. Away with ye. I want to pick your pocket. You steal brass bracers. Well, those are worthless. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But you're going to get an ice ball because I feel like it. Whee! Boomerang. Wizard boomerang. I've been very pleased that we've been wizard boomeranging so much. Well. Away with ye. Ice ball. One thing that makes this game a little easier to get to play now than it used to be is the my cloak got destroyed. The Ring of Ice is not perfect. It has like a 5% chance of not working. I'm also going to switch to the Sword of Defense for this. Wand of Door Creation. Nice. I'd say always useful. Ooh, a new potion. So, as you would expect, the Tower of Eternal Flames is usually full of fire monsters. You can find non-fire monsters here, and funnily enough, you can actually find rooms full of ice monsters here, and they won't take any extra damage if they spawn in tension rooms. Oh. Come here. I'm gonna sacrifice you to my god. I've already cleaned out the giant, I suppose. But now the Eternal Flame... There we go. Sling on the ground. I'll try eating a fire giant. I think it could maybe push my strength up. I think fire giant kings can. Like this fellow here. Something hurt me quite a lot. Probably that fire giant king. But we're tough enough that I barely noticed. I also may have been reading the chat instead of paying closer attention to the game. But I do not claim responsibility for that. Okay. I think we have one more level up. Or maybe this one. I think we do have one more level above this. Boomerang! A potion of potential beauty can make us more beautiful. Did I lose a point of perception somewhere? It was probably one of those Hall of Mirror rooms. Come here, you. New scroll? Could be the scroll I seek. There's rooms that give you the message, you see the room is full of mirrors, and then all of the mirrors shatter. And if your appearance is high enough, you get the message... Or if your appearance is below a certain threshold, I think like 15 or 16, you get the message you can't bear the warped... You can't bear the image of your warped visage, and you lose a point of perception. But if your appearance is high enough, it goes... You look great in all the mirrors, and your charisma goes up by 1. Trying to ID the stuff before it breaks. Once it's in our inventory, it's unlikely to break. Because our inventory is protected by... 4 fireproof blankets. So anything in our inventory is fine. Oh, here we go. These are ice giants, but they're not taking extra damage from the fire zone they are inhabiting. Come on, you. Yeah. The Ring of Ice protects all the stuff we're wearing, and the Elemental Gauntlets, which are artifacts, and thus cannot be destroyed, protect my rings. But, like all the other elemental temples, the Tower of Eternal Flames I'm also going to put on the Sword of Nanak. What's the willpower breakpoints? I'm looking it up real quickly. Ball spell range. I think actually that will show up on the fireball page, not the willpower page. Oh, I'm 1 off. If I had 1 more point of willpower, the Orb of Water would make our ball spells even bigger. So, but that just means I can keep the Cornucopia on. Oh, Ice Ball. Deploy the Ice Bolts. Ice Bolt actually is kind of bad here, because a lot of these monsters will... Okay, there's Mr. Big Show himself. I want to quickly take off that, replace that with the Clear Mind Ring. So there's Mr. Big Show. Here is the Ancient Chaos Worm. He's the boss. You don't want to get into melee range of the Ancient Chaos Worm. You also really don't want to be diagonal to him either. Okay, he's afraid. He's afraid because I'm using ice magic. Oh, we leveled up. Okay. Now we want more climbing. But find weakness where we can afford it. Okay, next level we should max out climbing. Now let's take a look at our things we can do. Shield Expert might be. Strong Thrower would actually be a fine one too because of the boomerang. But I'm going to pick up Shield Expert. Okay, we might level up again when I do this. Okay, we didn't. So, we want to pick up the Elemental Orb of Fire. And we have an Ancient Chaos Worm. And I'm getting out of here. I forgot to bring holy water with me, so... we're going to cook this corpse. Okay. I went the wrong way. I could eat the Ancient Chaos Worm, but I don't think the stats I would get would be worth it. I hate the snake because the snake would definitely give me magic, and I needed magic. I'm still using the Sword of Nanak. Hey, got a strength cap raise off that Fire Giant King. Really, I don't need holy water. I can just cast Remove Curse on the giant. Okay. Or on the corpse. Yeah, the Corruption Dragon would be delicious, and it would give us some stats. It would also corrupt us pretty heavily. I don't need a Wand of Cold. I am a cold wizard. Okay. A wooden shield on the ground had got destroyed. And we're done. So pick up our stuff. And it's time to... go drop this corpse off. We get paid 16 gold for it. So we can trade this corpse for a potion of cure corruption, or I can eat it later if I so decide. So, that went fairly well. I wasn't surprised because of how powerful our character is. We only really lost one item, and it was an item I've immediately found a duplicate of. And it was my cloak. Everything else is looking nice. But, yeah, here's one thing I realized, is we've never done the puppy cave with this character. In which... I don't know if it's entirely necessary. Oh, a friendly Gorgon. Well, let's use the cornucopia to feed ourselves. But because there's not much time left in the stream, I do not mind taking a quick aside to go get the puppy corpse. I doubt there could be anything in the puppy cave that would interest me. So we'll just quickly make our way down whenever we see the downstairs. So far, the most interesting thing has been a friendly Gorgon. Gorgons have been the monsters that have gotten the closest to killing us, because one of them managed to get me with a breath attack that I thankfully resisted. Our mana went up 1 point already. Probably from all the ice balls that we threw. Scroll of defense, okay. A lute? No, a mandolin. Forgive me. I was completely wrong about what that was. Okay, lawful altar. Not bad. Okay, I lost home row there for a second, so I was typing all weird. Okay, put on that. And also this! Gauntlets of Strength. Nice. Fairly generically useful item. Okay, let's go ahead and bless these potions of oil, and so I have some rust-proof gauntlets of strength for +3 strength. They're not extremely good gauntlets of strength, but they're fine. Yeah, it has an ASCII minimap. This game started as an ASCII game 25 years ago or whatever. So for the longest time, this is what the game looked like. It's playing with a plug-in wrapper that allows you to play it with a tile set, but you can disable the tile set at any time by pressing the F10 button. And when you're playing with a tile set, it has the ASCII serve as a minimap, which is actually super useful. Alright. The next one should be the cavernous level. Knock on the door. Yep. Here's the cavernous level, everybody. It sucks. This is likely the place where I've killed the most cats for various reasons. Potions of visibility are a fair amount less useful than potions of visibility. Yeah, and I don't know when I first started playing ADOM. It's probably in high school at some point. Actually, no, probably college. Like early college. Maybe late high school? I'm dating myself here. I'll look up what probably got me into roguelikes. Okay. Well, towards the end of high school, there's a cat. Towards the end of high school, I wanted to play more games on my computer, but my computer sucked. So I started looking for games that I could waste a lot of time on, but oh, the puppy corpse was right there. That's a clawblood corpse, okay. technically a corpse I could use, I think. If I felt like trading willpower for dexterity, which I absolutely don't. Is that the cute dog corpse? Yep, we found the cute dog corpse. And when I was younger, the weird PC games I was playing were things like, oh, water. What was that game called? What was the id game with the dwarves? What was that called? Lost Vikings. Yeah. That's what I was playing when I was like 9 or 10. I extremely sucked at the Lost Vikings. I probably still do. Blizzard game, not id? Okay. They all blur together for me. Okay, so we got the puppy corpse. So when you're level 24 and doing the puppy cave, that's how long it takes. Don't kill the kitty. In fact, just telewarp out. Behold. Okay, I'm gonna drop the puppy off. We got twice as much money for a cute dog corpse as a ancient chaos worm corpse. Are we selling corpses? Well, the food store here, run by Mucksnip, the human shopkeeper, acts like a refrigerator. If I just stashed a corpse somewhere in the world, it would eventually rot, and then it would be lost. But if you sell a corpse to any store, Mucksnip just happens to be the convenient one here, it'll stay there for as long as you need it. It'll stay in stasis, and then when you want it back, you can come and buy it back. The reasons we sold the corpses here are twofold. One is that this guy over here, this druid, will trade the corpses of corrupt monsters for potions of corruption removal, which is a fairly useful thing you can do. And the cute dog corpse, I might decide to give to this little girl. The little girl, she tells you to go rescue her puppy from a cave. And if you get there within the first 4 game days, the puppy will follow you out and you'll make the little girl happy. If you get there after the 4th day has passed, which, it's been 47 days. That's actually fairly good information for us to know. On day 60, we're going to have something we have to do. But after 4 days, the puppy dies, and you can give the corpse to the little girl, and she'll cry, but thank you. There is one other option, and this is one that I've been meditating upon because I've never done it before. We have some potions of exchange, which you can use potions of exchange with rings. And if you dip a stack of rings into a potion of exchange on certain dungeon levels with the correct item level, you can spawn rings of Djinni summoning. But at this point in the game, oh, thank you for the biddies, Freighter5. Also, shoutouts to BuddyCart for after last night's stream, donating $5. Did it after the stream was over, I believe, so I didn't see the thing, but thank you, Freighter5. It is a thing right now, if you're interested in donating bits. There's like a special going on where you can buy bits for reduced rates for some Blizzard thing. Yeah, you get 2,500 bits for a special price, plus receive an extra 200 via email to give to a friend. I'm a friend. Maybe you consider doing that for me. But, yeah, we could maybe get some rings of Jinny summoning via ring dipping. Which, you can do once and get one wish from. But the thing is, at this point, there's not a whole lot I would actually wish for. I have 7 League Boots. I have, Dragon Scale Mail, that's fairly good. I have a Staff of Purification, which, if I can use, I should probably use right now. Yeah. Wow. Kind of reduce our... That's good, because I want to keep the Black Eyes corruption. Wish for a spellbook of Wish. The thing is, we don't need to. We have a guaranteed source of... We have a guaranteed spellbook of Wish coming up, actually, kind of soon. Because I have 100 stealth, and next level I'm going to get 100 climbing. So we'll be able to go up to the library. So I might use Amulet of Life Saving. I could do that. I tend not to, because Amulets of Life Saving only help you when you're in a losing situation, and I like to avoid those in the first place. But I could use the wish to wish for a little dog. And I could bring it back to the little girl, and that'd be something I've never done before. But for now, this time we have successfully completed the Tower of Eternal Flames, what most people consider to be the hump point of the game. It's all downhill from here, except it completely isn't. We've still got some meteoric tasks ahead of us, including the Ancient Stone Circle, and we could do the Minotaur Maze. I don't really need to do the Minotaur Maze, but I probably will once again. Ugh. But next time, I think we are going to be doing some of the Ice Queen's quests. Because it's not until level 29 that I have to make the decision of doing the Minotaur Maze or not. But for now, that's a good night from me to you. Although, one quick thing. In fact, I can do this really quick. Can I alter the filters on this? Yes, I can. I've gotten 22 out of my goal of 25 subs. We're getting close. Thanks to a few more people that have tossed in. So, if you have a Twitch Prime kicking around, or just have some extra bucks to throw around at the end of each month, I would really appreciate it if you got there, because we're getting actually getting sort of in towards reducing the cost of my plane ticket that I already bought, so that I can officiate and maybe challenge the GYCL Eastern Conference Championship Series 2019 at MagFest in Washington, D.C., actually in National Harbor, Maryland, but who's keeping track? So, if you chip in any to the sub or to the donation fund, like Freighter5 just did, I greatly appreciate it. But for now, enough dawdling, and good night! See you soon, only with a lot more S's.